What's up, you guys? Today we're back with a new video. I know it's been about a month since my last upload, but back on it. I got a list of ideas, I got topics I'm gonna do, I got everything I'm gonna put on. So moving forward, there's gonna be more uploads, more everything, like I've been saying. At least one video a week, more or multiple topic videos a week, just talking about shit, just like I'm gonna talk about today. Today's topic, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about roommates and why I think roommates suck, honestly. And just about this, that, you know, I had 3 roommates that I've lived with since I was like from 18 to 22, 23, I'd say. From like, I just moved out recently to my own spot with my girlfriend, with Clarissa, and like we don't have no roommates now, it's just us. But before that, I was by myself. I had 2 roommates, or no, 3 roommates. They all were like separate times, so they came one after another. But why I say they suck is because like they just be lazy, they won't pay on time. And this is like, I'm not trying to throw shade on no one or anything, because I'm not that type of person, but I'm just trying to get content out there. And just for anybody who's wondering like if it's good to have a roommate, you know, like, or not. These are my opinions, my thoughts. If anybody else has their opinions and thoughts on it, go ahead, speak your mind. But in my opinion, I think they suck. I think they don't really clean up after themselves. You have to buy groceries, and when you buy your own groceries, they'll take from your groceries. They won't buy their own groceries. They won't. Shut up! Sorry about that. Fucking dog's barking. But they won't buy their own groceries. They don't, like, if you wash all the dishes, bruh, they'll use the dishes, but then they'll put them dishes back in the sink and they won't wash them. That should be pissing me off. Like, what the hell? You ain't gonna clean your dishes? How you look? Like, we just washed all the dishes a week worth, and you just gonna take a bowl out and just leave it in there to collect? Especially like if my girlfriend Clarissa's gonna go clean it. That should be pissing me off. Then like we'll be taking out the trash. They'll stockpile the trash, bro. Like, that'd be pissing me off too. So then, like, for instance, like, well, you know, obviously during the week we'll throw out the trash, but then it starts getting to the point where it starts getting piled up. So it's like, bro, you see it's getting piled up to like right here to a mountaintop. Why you still insisting on filling this shit up? And then when I toss it out, I come back inside, I see more trash. Like, you just see me take out the trash, but you want to add more of your trash from your room? Like, goddamn. Then another thing is like, bro, they won't clean. Clean is like a big thing, and I'm not saying you have to clean all day, every day. Like, no, I'm not like that either. But my first roommate, I will say, that motherfucker wanted to clean everything every day, like all day. His ass did not want to stop cleaning. And that shit was annoying. I'm like, dude, the house is clean. All I have is my ashtray on my table, and then I have my tray. That ain't a mess. Cause then he would go tell like his mom, he would go tell his family like that I was like messy as shit. I was like, dude, you can tell me that like there's a mess, even though there's not a mess. So like that's another thing. They'll just go talk shit behind your back to like family about stupid things instead of coming to you to talk about it. Then it will like tell you they'll pay you like a certain amount of like for their bills or whatever for like the month, and then they won't pay you on time. They'll be like, oh yeah, I got you, and then you're right there struggling, stressed as fuck. Okay, he said he got me this day, but then when is that day coming? Whenever he wants to decide to send the money, you know what I mean? Like, his shit adds up. If you think about it, if I was to pay for the groceries, I paid for house essentials, meaning like cleaning supplies and everything like that. Paid for my rent, the bills, and I obviously had to pay for myself. We had to, this is not even just myself, it's me and my girlfriend. So it's me and Clarissa. We had to pay for ourselves. We had to pay for our fucking dogs, our animals and shit, in our crib. So obviously we have our own bills we have to take care of, and we can't be taking care of someone else, especially when we're on our own stress, like stressing on our own. And especially seeing when they're not stressing, so it's, you know, kind of like, bruh, we're stressing, and you're not stressing, and you know, we're like, where's the money that we need that we're paying for your part of everything? So that's just another thing. It's just like money is like another thing I'd say, because two of my roommates, or actually I think all three of my roommates, I'm not gonna lie, my first roommate left like all my roommates left on bad terms. Honestly, like still had no bad blood with them. It is what it is. They did what they did. They all owe me money, or they just not cool with me no more. Well, I don't. I'm not gonna hold that against them. You know, I still have cool memories with them. I'm not that type of person. They feel some type of way towards me. That's cool. But I will be talking about another video soon about growing apart from friends, and just like when it's time to cut off friends, or when I thought it was time to cut off my friends, because I never really cut off friends or people like that, and these were like people like I was with for like years. So it's just like, okay, cool. But then and then again, coming back to that, it's like they won't like pay you back. So it's just like these guys all owe me money. The first one, he left without notice, like 2 days prior to, I think, when our rent was due 1 month, like 2-3 days. It was our rent was gonna be due. He left me with the full bill. So then I was running around. This was the time I was living alone still, so I wasn't with Clarissa. So I was running around trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna pay this bills and shit. So I was like, fuck, bro, I don't got money to pay this, because obviously we're paying half of the rent for everything, and I'm still got all my own other bills and aside shit to do. And I'm working at a minimum wage job, so, and obviously I'm not making that much money. So fucking obviously I had to go sell some shoes. I want to go sell, like, I think my Jordan 12s. Yeah, definitely. I think it was my Jordan 12s I went to sell for like, I think $300 or something like that. Shit, if it's gonna pay for my rent, it's gonna pay for my roof over my head, I'm gonna sell anything I got. So obviously I want to go do that quick. Sold that shit, made my $1,000, because that's what I had paid for my previous rent. Made that $1,000, paid off the rent for the next month, and I got a new roommate. So when I asked for my new roommate, fucking, he got there, and he said he was gonna be cool with everything and pay me back. And this was like the roommate that started like being lazy. He never picked up his room from a whole year. I kid you not. Like, from the day he got there, he did not clean up his room. From the day he left, he didn't clean his room. I cleaned his room the day he left. He cleaned his room one time at that. Like, he did like a light clean. I was like, bro, because I went in there. I post a video I'm gonna clip a video right now. I'm gonna show you guys how dirty that shit was, for real. because no, I couldn't do it. Like, dude, that was another reason I had to kind of kicked him out in a sense too, because it's like I couldn't do like the dirty mess, and he was just too awkward. He was just not being himself anymore, and it was just too much. It was just getting to the point where like obviously like everybody uses, for instance, everyone uses the bathroom, and like no one ever cleans the bathroom. I'm the only person who ever cleaned the bathroom, or my girlfriend. So it's like there's three other guys living in the house, or like for instance, like not at the same time, but there was three other guys, and each time I don't think any of them cleaned the bathroom. Besides the first roommate, I'm pretty sure he was the only clean one to clean the bathroom. The first two, the other two were the ones that didn't ever clean anything. The first one was the clean guy, I will say. He was clean. He was just too much. He was just too much to handle, honestly. Not even just like to handle, it was just like too much to like my hear. Like it was just like a vibe that you get with when you're living with someone, and it was his vibe was not matching my vibe no more. And that's just how it like I was like, okay, bro, cool, you're going your separate way, I'm going my separate way. That do you, I'm gonna do me. And then when my second roommate came, he didn't really pick up anything. He wasn't cleaning his own dishes. I would buy like just like groceries, little groceries and shit, and he wouldn't grab stuff, but like, you know, I wouldn't mind him like if he did. I would always say this, like, don't get me wrong, if I buy something from my house, you're more than welcome to grab whatever the hell is there. But if you're my roommate, the least I would expect you is to like put something back in the fridge, even if it was a pack of water. So it's like, dude, like you couldn't even do that. It's like, damn. Alright, like you could buy a whole 12-pack or something for yourself and put it in your fridge, but then when I buy my own drinks, you want to share. That's just like little things. It's just like you gotta remember. It's just like, are they gonna like? They're not 50-50. That's what it is. Roommates are not 50-50. And like you gotta find someone that really is, that's gonna be 50-50. Like, because if it's not gonna work out. You guys are gonna fall out in like in a bad way or something dumb. You're not gonna want to be your friend. They're just, I don't know, just dumb things. Just, I don't know. It's our first. It was all our first times like really living on our own, so I can understand that. But then again, it's like we're all grown, so you can't really try to push everything all on me because you think I got it. You know what I mean? And which I really didn't. But then again, my second roommate also left me. I think actually he left me 2 days prior to paying the rent as well. And I remember the way I seen him doing it is that he didn't tell me he was. None of my roommates told me if they were or not. My last roommate, I told him about it. Like we discussed it, so we were like on slight good terms. But the first two, they didn't tell me about it. The second one, what happened with him was I was going to it was in the morning, I remember exactly. I woke up, and I brushed my teeth and shit, getting ready for the day. I'm thinking it's like a normal day, honestly. It was my day off. I'm thinking it's a normal day, chill day. And I remember, I'm not sure if I was with Clarissa at this time. I'm pretty sure I was with Clarissa, but I'm not too sure. But I remember walking to the grocery store, because there's like on my house, my old apartment. Sorry, I'm a little high right now. In my old apartment, I had a grocery store that was like maybe 2-3 blocks away from the house. So I would walk there, and when I would walk there, I would go get my like simple breakfast or just dinners or whatever I'd want to cook for the day. And I remember going to go get some breakfast, or I think I was going to go get some tortas, because they had like a little restaurant, like a restaurant inside the thing, and they have cheap tortas right there for like $5. So I was like, say less with the drink. So you cannot beat that. You don't get that anywhere else. But so I'm walking back home. I get my horchata and my torta. Walking back home, chilling, thinking it's gonna be a chill day, whatever. I'm walking as I'm crossing the street. I hit the stop sign because it's like to cross over to my like side of the street to my house and my apartment. I'm waiting, and then like I'm waiting. I let the car pass, like to cross, and then I see this U-Haul. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, as I like waiting at the crosswalk, I see this U-Haul. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why is there a U-Haul? Okay, I'm like, we're getting a new neighbor here or something? Bruh, no. As I'm walking back to the house, tell me why. Like, I'm walking, like, on the sidewalk, obviously, walking on the sidewalk and shit. Next thing you see, as I see, like, my gate open, like, the gate to my entrance to my building, my house, the gate was open. So when it was open, I'm like, what the hell? Why is it open? And I'm looking at the U-Haul truck. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, and then as I like try to put two together, I see like my friend's cousin. Man, he was my friend too. We're gonna say the first this guy, like my roommate. He was I've seen my roommate's cousin. My old friend. He's not my friend no more, but he's coming around and he's carrying like he's carrying his furniture and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, sus as fuck. And he didn't tell me nothing. Like, they both like didn't say what's up or anything. Or I'm pretty sure his cousin say what's up. I couldn't be mistaken. It could have been like I was just like trying to put everything together, so I didn't think about it. But then I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, okay. So then I seen his my roommate coming out with his like shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I went into my room pissed as fuck. I'm like, this nigga's moving out right now, bro. I'm like, nah, because obviously I kind of figured that he wasn't really gonna talk to me no more, because he wasn't talking to me at this point anymore. So I was pissed as hell, like stressed. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I'm like, obviously I gotta come up with another $1,000 more, and then to fucking pay this guy's half of his rent when he told me he was gonna have it for this month, and I don't have it because I had other things to pay for. Like, you know what I mean? So then I was stressed. I ended up paying for it. I just figured it out, paid for it, and then obviously they didn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck. So this is why I truly don't care, like, if they come back into my lives or not. This is why I won't throw shade at them though. Like, those were my brothers at one point, and that's, you know what I mean? Like, these guys, I've known them since high school, since the beginning of my high school years. They've been my only friends since high school, and they've had like throughout all of these years. And I haven't had any other friends who stuck with me that long. So it's just it's hard to like throw any shade at them, because what shade can I really throw if I know it's just them? It's a part of them growing up, as it's a part of me growing up, you know. As I'm not looking, but as I'm growing to find more people who are more are in my circle, or well for me, and I'm well for them in a sense, and they're gonna find their people who are well for them. I wish them the best of luck for everything, obviously for their families and everything. I have no problems for anybody. Anything I know, I just want anybody to know that I have no problems with you. I wish you all like the best of luck for everything. It's just what you guys did. Like, if you guys are watching my YouTube channel, so it's hurtful. Like, if you guys were a friend, it's just like, you know, you guys be a real friend and just stick to the end. Don't pull no bullshit cards, especially over little petty shit. Anyways, it's just like, he did that, and I was like, damn. So I was stressed. I was like sad for a little while, because obviously I had to pay for that, and I didn't have money. So then, fucking, that's another reason why I wouldn't recommend it for me, because they could just pull out anytime. Like, everything was under my name. That's another thing. Everything, my rent, the light, the internet, the gas, everything that you could think of was under my name. But I was blessed to have everything under my name, because if I didn't, then I would have been more screwed. Like, and I would have to go through a lot more things to like fix it, and just so much more of a hassle. So then, oh no, sorry about that. When my first roommate moved out, I put everything under my name. So it was with my second roommate, I had everything under my name. First roommate, everything was split. Like, I had my name with his name, and then once he moved out, I had put everything under my name. Second roommate and third roommate, everything was still under my name. So that way, if anybody left, I was able to have everything under my name. Or if I wanted to kick someone out, I was not obligated, but I was like legally able to. And obviously, I was not that type of person to kick anybody out, because I wouldn't kick nobody out to the curb. I'm just not that type of person. I've always even welcomed everybody to my home. Welcomed them. Like, I've tried to make them food. So it's like when people say like, "Oh, he's never cooked me food," it's like, dang, bogus. Okay, but another thing is like with roommates, I just wouldn't recommend it at all. Just to be honest, it's just like I think like either you're ready or you're not ready to move out, and unless you're moving out with like your girlfriend or like someone like that, I think that's okay, because then, you know, obviously you guys are gonna grow together. With your roommates, you guys are just gonna fight like a relationship, basically. It literally what that is. That's how it seems to me. But then with my third roommate, I will say he did the same thing with me. He just did the same thing as the second roommate, where he wouldn't pick up and we would ask him to, and then he would just be like, he would do it, but it was just like, I don't want to be a parent to my roommates. I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. Or like, I'm not your dad, my girlfriend's not your mom. You know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have to tell you, hey, pick up that mess. You're a grown-ass man, you're older than me. So it's like, those are things that's like, that would bother us, or me especially. And then, fucking, like with him, he just, like, I try to help him out, right? Because, my landlord was selling his building. It was my third roommate, and this is right before I moved into this apartment. And if you guys want, like, I'll probably do a little like show around of my apartment one day, of like a quick video or something. But when he I was gonna say, with my third roommate, my landlord was going to sell his apartment, like the building, the complex. And so he was telling us that he was going to sell it, and there's a possibility that, like, whoever he sells it to, that the rent's going to go higher. I couldn't afford the rent to go higher, just because I was already paying for my third roommate's bills, like all his bills, until he pays me back. And then when he paid me back, I just didn't know when. He would say when, like a date, but it wouldn't be that date exactly. It would just be a couple more days after. So it's just like, bro, when am I gonna have my money so I could pay for my shit, so I could take out my girlfriend and do these things and do everything I want? When you're holding me back, that's what it is. And so that's what happened. And what else? Sorry about that. They're holding me back, and the money. Oh yeah, so the landlord was gonna sell it, so I just ended up like trying to look for. I told her, I'm like, let's look for a new spot. If anything, let's look for a new apartment, so that way we could move out of here, find somewhere cheaper, and then we could still live together, and I'll still help you out. He didn't help. He didn't help at all. It was, I think my landlord told me 2 or 3 months prior, that we were gonna have to like leave, and us like not leave, but like a certain date, it was gonna be the time where they were gonna have people already coming to view it so they could buy it, and then we're gonna start the process of them upcharging and everything. It was just a whole process. I didn't want to go through all that and then have people go in and out of my house and just all this mess. So I ended up just like talking around, like asking around, looking around, putting in applications and everything, and then I ended up finding right here where my grandma luckily blessed me enough uh, blessed me to have it, like, you know, and my girlfriend, us. So from there we moved here, and he owed me like that month's rent, obviously. So I told him, I'm like, look, bro, I'm like, it's just give me half for right now, because I can understand, like, you got to put everything else under your name, and that's gonna help. And all I need is the half right now, so that way I can just pay my stuff that I need to right now. You know what I mean? And so he said, okay, cool, then I'll pay you the other half this time. It never came. I've asked him for it multiple times after, nice, in the most nicest ways, like, you know, possible. It's like, I've asked him, like, hey, bro, like, texted him, when do you think you'll have that? Like, no, I don't have money like that. It would help a lot. I have bills. I'm behind. That money is a lot of money to help me out. He'd be like, oh, I got at you, or then, and then it just got to the point where he stopped responding. So that's when it was just like, damn, that's how you feel. So you just gonna start responding over some money. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I helped you out countless times. I helped you out countless times, and you can't even help me out this one time. So that's how I just seen like where we stood as friends. Cause I seen him as brother. I seen all my friends as all my roommates as brothers at one point, and it just hurt. It felt like a backstab to me, to be honest. Cause it's just like, why would y'all do that? That could have been real. Like, you know what I mean? Just been like, you didn't have it. But it was just the fact that I knew he had the money, because he was posting of him going out with his girlfriend, like, you know, going to do these nice ass things where it costs money. And I don't have money like that to do those things. So I could, like, you know, you're spending the money that you owe me to do dates, when I could use that money that you owe me to pay my bills, so that way I could live. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. It's just so stressful. It's having roommates is just like the biggest stress to me. To be honest, I wouldn't do it. It's either live on your own, or live with your live with your wife, with your girlfriend, or even the family member. I say it's probably cool to live with like a family member, brother or something. But even then, you're probably gonna bump heads here and there. I'd rather bump heads with my brother than like my friend, because then I know my brother's gonna have to pay me back my money, or like, you know, we're gonna have issues. So my friend, he's gonna just dip off, and then he's gonna, what can I do? I'm not gonna chase him for it. But it is what it is. To all my friends and like people who like aren't my friends anymore and just still watch my channel, I, like, you know, I have no hate towards you guys. I have no hate towards your family. No hate towards anybody. It's just the way you guys the way you guys did me. I couldn't let myself go through that again. You know what I mean? Just because it's just like, I need better people in my life. And just, not that you guys aren't good people. It's just, I know you guys aren't on the same mindset as I am, if that makes sense. It's like, I'm not trying to say it in a negative way or anything. I hope you guys take it in the most positive way that you guys can. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope I said enough, or it didn't sound too rambled. This is my first video trying to get into like a topic, or like a story time type of thing. So let me know how you guys thought of it, if you guys liked it. If not, just comment down below, like, your thoughts and opinions, everything. Leave a like, comment. I already said that, sorry, I'm high. And subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe. We're at 213 subscribers. I'm trying to, my goal right now is 220. If you guys could please get me to 220 subscribers, that would mean the world to me, because this is my passion. I really do think, like, YouTube, I'm going to take it far. Like, I have this feeling in my gut that I need to pick up this camera and do it. Like, I watched YouTube for too many years to not know the algorithm, not know how to make a YouTube video, not to like do it. I just want to. It just feels right. So thank you guys for watching again. If you guys been here for the whole video, appreciate it. For real.